what's going on, folks? J-Pod here, bringing you another fantastic Division gameplay commentary. I've got some fantastic news for you guys coming from itechpost.com. Looks like we got some information for the upcoming 1.4 patch. Now, this patch is arguably one of the most controversial patches coming because the Division, if you haven't known or you live under a rock, it is currently going through a meta overhaul. Everything is going to change. It is not going to be the same Division come late October. Now, as far as the details I got for you guys, we're going to get to that in just a second, but go ahead and enjoy the Season Pass supply drop B-roll. We're going to get some goodies. We're going to get some junk. At the end of the day, you know, we got some free stuff. So go ahead and enjoy the loot drops. I'll go ahead and vaguely be in the background with the sweet deets. Now, since day one, lots of Tom Clancy The Division fans have been anticipating this 1.4 patch update. Now, from the fixes all the way to the improvements it's going to bring, we have a lot to wonder about what exactly is going to change. Fortunately, the studio has recently released its patch notes. Now, this is giving the community a concrete idea of what's it all about. And by the look of it, it seems enough to be brought back to its glory. Now, everybody says the meta that was from the story, 1 to 30, that was the best meta. Once you get past that, you get into all the OP gear sets, that's when the game kind of loses its flair. Now, as previously reported over at itechpost.com, the public test server, or PTS, for the Tom Clancy's The Division was unleashed. Now, thanks to it, the players, primarily only on the PC platform, are able to access all of the forthcoming features for the said update. Now, different elements were tested, giving the studio an idea of which ones to consider for 1.4. Now, one of the coolest things about Tom Clancy's The Division and the update for 1.4 is the charge it's bringing to both gears and weapons. And I don't know why I said charge, I meant change. In particular, players will now be able to mark these items as favorites. Doing so will prevent them from accidentally selling it, dismantling it, or even accidentally sharing it. Now, that's a much... I guess that's an interesting feature. I'm not really interested in that feature because it's never happened to me. But yes, I'm sure a lot of us, we go to do the bulk rate delete, and we ended up deleting our AUG Para X3, and we're all pissed off and bummed inside. Now, moreover, the Tactician Authority set, okay, now has either 2 or 3 piece bonuses. And this is coming to you guys from Inquisitor.com. The 2-piece gives the player 10% of the so-called skill haste, while the 3-piece is to set to a 10% skill power boost. Now, this is interesting. Okay, so they're overhauling the Tactician Authorities and kind of what they did with the Striker set and the Sentry set, but instead of doing it a 5-piece, they're changing it all up. Now, the world tiers and the gear changes coming to Tom Clancy's Division. Take note, in these world levels, these new tiers, I know I touched about this in the last video, but the enemy strengths have been adjusted while the way the weapons work are significantly tweaked. And yes, there are more features coming. Now, as far as the world tier goes, this is really interesting, especially for a lot of solo PvE players. They can't get that end-game loot, so that's kind of what they're looking for. Now, the tiers, I think, is a fantastic idea. I still think it's got some much-needed conceptual design to it. I don't think it's quite ready, but it is a fantastic idea. Being able to set the difficulty of your PvE world and now having bosses roaming around, kind of like the Dark Zone, but better, I guess I should say. But in one way or to another, it's safe to say that the forthcoming 1.4 update, it looks pretty promising. Now, by the look of the features and the fixes it's going to bring, it seems the game will be back to full capacity. But of course, guys, until it gets released, only then we can judge it. Now, as for the question of will it ever be aforementioned, the update is definitely worth looking into. It looks more exciting now with all of these changes, all of these new features, and all the fans. We got the bar set pretty high. We as fans, we got the bar set pretty high, and unfortunately, I'm not putting my bar that high. As you can tell, I've been taking a hiatus on the Division until it gets fixed. I did the same exact thing with Destiny, and I'm really looking forward to Survival. I'm going to jump back on after 1.4 drops for us all, and we'll see how things work. But I'm a little skeptical here, guys. I still don't think, according to these patch notes, they haven't been addressing some of the things that I think that should have been addressed. And we can go ahead and address those issues in another video. Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit the indicator of the upward thumb. I would greatly appreciate that. It really motivates me to put out more Division content to you guys. Awesome. Until next time, I'll see you guys in Manhattan.